What's up people of YouTube, it's your boy Mfuama and I'm back with another video, right? Today I'll be interviewing a coach, one of the coach by Up and Under, and I'm gonna ask him, coach, right? You coach a lot of uprising stars. How does it feel to impact the people's lives?
It's exciting to see their future coming through. A lot of those girls is their plans is to reach Springbok women, maybe sevens women, and it's exciting to see their journey if it's coming through, or if they just go into coaching. It's really exciting to see how far their journey goes in rugby.
Alright. Have you ever, has any of your players became a Springbok before?
So I have the added privilege to coach Jessie that reached the under 18s women's side. So last year the girls squad. So really proud of her and what she achieved. I'm really proud of how far she came from last year. So she broke her ankle in 2024 in a rugby incident, and what she achieved last year I helped her with mentally going back to the rugby and also speed and agility and all those kind of things, and with the coaching and how far she came last year is really incredible.
Alright. Do you have a quote for the Jin or the people watching?
So my quote is a Bible verse, Philippians 4 verse 13. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. I think that's something that you live daily, especially me, that I can do anything with the power of God. So yeah.
Coach, thank you.
My pleasure, Kat.
Peace. Right, guys, I'm here with Coach Regan. Right, Coach. The mic, please. How are you feeling about being a coach? Like, how do you feel changing players' lives?
Okay. For me, it's I always say this. If I could do it full time, I would, because I love the passion, I love the development, I love being able to give back to the community and also see the development of players that couldn't play and just the impact that you make on them. And then as a coach, it's not about me, but it's about where the quality and the player goes and ends up. So for me, it's just about. I've always been like that, wanting to help, wanting to be part of the community. So this is just my part of giving back of what I have of my life, whether it is little or whether it doesn't matter. To me, it does. You know what I mean?
Type. What would you say is the hardest part about being a coach that people wouldn't really know or understand if they're not a coach?
I think the hardest part about being a coach is being to adapt. And also remember you're working. I think what is hard, you're working with girls. Working with boys, it's a different thing than working with girls. So when I came to working with girls, the adapting to that becomes very hard because now it's a different approach, it's a different way, it's a different breed that you're working with. It's a lot of things that tie to it. But I think what people feel as it's not just being a coach, you need to also be a coach that understands your players and get to know your players. And I think sometimes that's the hardest thing because sometimes you're just coaching for results. And that shouldn't be the point. You know what I mean? You need to coach for progress. Well, at least at the end of the day, the results will come.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Can you give us a little quote for players out there to keep them motivated?
Excuses don't win games.
Type. Thank you, Coach. Good morning, Coach Regan.
Good morning, Kev.
Right. Coach, today I want to ask you if you can share a bit of your knowledge to our YouTube audience about the game and how and what a great impact it had on your life and how you're using that impact to change other players.
Yeah, with my experience of the game where I started before I couldn't even kick a ball, is people who put the time and effort into me, and that's why I'm bringing my time and effort to bring to the rugby players of today, especially girls.
Yeah.
Yeah, what rugby it brings a more discipline, respect one another. It brings a developing of to go home and say I learned something. And that is very important because at home sometimes people or children don't find that acknowledgement. At the rugby field you can bring and we can be yourself, and that is how I see rugby.
Coach, you were a forwards coach, right?
Yes.
When you played rugby, were you a forward or were you a backline?
I was firstly I started at scrum off, and then at center, and then Lucy number 6, and I moved forward to number 2 hooker.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
I also played similar positions. Coach, can you give the players watching a little quote of motivation that to keep that they should keep pushing, keep striving?
Talent doesn't bring you where you are. Hard work
And discipline.
and discipline, that will bring you. The one who I always tell my players, you train when the enemy is sleeping. That is how you become one of the best. Thank you.
Catch you guys in the next video.